I welcome you all to RKP online classes. Hope you all are doing good at your homes. Today we are going to start our new chapter of history, that is chapter number 3, the Delhi Sultans. The Delhi Sultans. So as the name is telling that we are going to study about the Sultans of Delhi. So basically what does this word Sultan mean? This word Sultan means the king. The king, they were called sultans at that time. Clear? They were known as sultans at that time. So in this chapter we are going to study about the sultans, about the kings, about the rulers of the Delhi of that time. First of all, we are going to study about it was started with whom, then 5 dynasties that made the Delhi Sultanate, finding about the Delhi Sultans, birthright, gender distinction, etc., etc., and etc. Okay, so we are going to study about the Sultans of Delhi. So there is another word, that is Sultanate. So what is Sultanate? Sultanate means kingdom. Okay, like the word is used for the territory of the king, that is kingdom. That's as well as the word sultanate that is used as the kingdom for a sultan. Okay, so now we are started with whom. So King Anangpal, who was the king of Tomar Rajput, Delhi was made capital of a kingdom under the rule of Tomar Rajput. By whom? By King Anangpal. Okay, who made Delhi as his capital? Delhi was made capital by Tomar Rajput King Anangpal. Okay, but he was defeated by the Chauhans of Ajmer. Chauhans or Chahmans, it is the same thing. If you are being asked about Chahmans, it means they are talking about the Chauhans only. Okay, so Anangpal, he was defeated by the Chauhans of Ajmer. The Chauhans of Ajmer. Now, here some years are given. The ruling period of the kings are given here. So first of all, we are going to talk about Rajput dynasty. Rajput dynasty, which was from earlier 20th century to 1165. Okay, earlier 12th century to 1165. Earlier means 11 something to 1165, like this, 1130 to 65. And Chauhans, they ruled from 1165 to 1192. We can say 1192 till 1192 Chauhans ruled at Delhi. Clear? So there were some battles which are important. So we can say first battle of Tarain, then second battle of Tarain, and the third battle is Chandavar. Okay, first, second, third. In first battle was fought in 1191. Second was fought in 1192. It was fought between Muhammad Ghori and Prithvi Raj Chauhan. Okay, Muhammad Ghori and Prithvi Raj Chauhan. And who was the winner in the first battle of Tarain? That was Prithvi Raj Chauhan. But in second battle of Tarain, again they fought a battle. Okay, they fought a war, and in that battle again Muhammad Ghori and Prithvi Raj Chauhan, they fought against each other. And who was the winner at this time? Muhammad Ghori. Okay, who was the winner at that time? Muhammad Ghori. So first time Prithvi Raj Chauhan, he won the battle. Second time Muhammad Ghori won the battle. And in third battle, that is Chandavar. The battle of Chandavar. It was fought between Raja Jai Chand and Muhammad Ghori in 1194. In 1194, and in that battle also Muhammad Ghori won. Clear? So there were three main battles at that time: 1191, 92, and 94. 1191, that was first battle of Tarain. It was fought between Muhammad Ghori and Prithviraj Chauhan in 1191, and Prithviraj Chauhan won that battle. And second battle was fought in 1192 between Muhammad Ghori and Prithviraj Chauhan, but at that time Muhammad Ghori won that battle. And the next battle is Chandavar. The next battle is of Chandavar, which was fought in 1194 and which was fought between Jai Chand, Raja Jai Chand and Muhammad Ghori, and at this time also Muhammad Ghori won. Clear? So this was about Chauhan's dynasty. Clear? So I told you about their battles as well, but do you know that what is dynasty? What is dynasty? Dynasty means bloodline or a family of the rulers. Bloodline and family of the rulers. Clear? So we can say that a series of rulers from the same family. Clear? A series of rulers. Like I told you in offline classes about the Mughal dynasty as well, that first of all Babur was there. The family of the rulers, a series of the rulers of family of the same family, they are known as dynasty. Like Babur, then Humayun, then Akbar, Jahangir, Shah Jahan, Aurangzeb, like this. I told you about the dynasty. Like that, these dynasties also came to our country. So dynasty means bloodline or a family of powerful leaders or the rulers of the same family. So the dynasty is a generation of powerful leaders all from the same family. Clear? Now I am going to tell that when Delhi became a commercial center means a center of trade, So when Delhi became an important commercial center, when it became a center of trade, Jain merchants mean who were doing the trade at that time, or the traders. Okay, so Jain merchants lived in this that city and constructed several temples, and so many buildings were also made by them, and the coins were also minted by them. Every time if we are using coins, if we are using this term for making coins, then we will say that coin minting. Okay, so coins were also minted at that time by the Jain merchants. So now we know very well that when Delhi was transformed into a capital and become a commercial hub or point, then the rulers of the different areas, they started fighting with each other to annex it. Okay, to rule over it. Why? Because everyone wanted to rule over it as it was an important center of the commercial purposes or the trade. Clear? Now it became Delhi Sultanate. Now there are five dynasties that made the Delhi Sultanate. So first is Ghulam dynasty or the early Turkish dynasty. Ghulam dynasty and the early Turkish dynasty. Clear? So their rule was from 1206 to 1287. 1206 to 1287. It was started with Qutbuddin Aibak. Okay. In 1206. So why they were known as early Turkish? Turkish means they were from Turkey, and the people of Turkey, they were known as Turkish. Okay, like we are from India, but the people of India are called Indians. Like that, the people of Turkey are known as Turkish. So they were the early Turkish dynasty, like they were known as the Ghulam dynasty as well. Their dynasty was known as Ghulam dynasty also. And next is Khalji dynasty. Khalji dynasty. Khalji dynasty, their rule was from 1290 to 1320. And the next is Tughlaq dynasty. Tughlaq dynasty rule over from 1320 to 1414. Clear? And then Sayyid dynasty, then Lodi. Sayyid dynasty ruled from 1440 to 1414 to 1451, and the last is 1451 to 1526. And in 1526, I told you in offline classes this also, that in 1526 Ibrahim Lodi, who was the Sultan of Delhi Sultanate at that time, he fought a battle with Babur, and Babur defeated him, and then Babur ruled over Delhi. Clear? In 1526, the battle of Panipat, first battle of Panipat was fought at that time. Clear? Now, this was about the dynasties. Okay, and dynasty definition I have told you already. The next is finding out about the Delhi Sultans. Finding out about the Delhi Sultans. Then, how did we get to know about the Delhi Sultans? How? What were the resources? So, the answer is there are some inscriptions, coins, architecture, valuables, manuscripts, and the buildings, and we know very well that the kings at that time, if they have made anything, they used to write it on the pillars, their name, the year in which it was made, in the memory, the memory of whom it was made. So everything was written. So these things, like on pillars, if we are inscribing, that is called inscriptions. Okay, so these were the things by which we got to know about the Delhi Sultanate. So what is inscription? Inscriptions mean the things which are inscribed on a hard surface. Okay, like pillars, metals. Clear? So this is called inscriptions, like on monuments as well, that is called inscription. Things which are inscribed on a wall or on a hard surface, these are called inscriptions. Next are coins, then architecture, mean the buildings which were made by them. Obviously from them also we got to know about the Delhi Sultanate. Okay, and the valuables mean the important things, and the buildings, and Tawariq or Tariq. What is Tawariq? Tawariq is we can say that Tawariq was a administration or administrative book. Okay, administrative book or document of a Persian administration, we can say. Okay, the document of a Persian administration which was written by the learned men or the experienced men at that time, like the secretaries of their sultans, administrators, poets, and the authors at that time. And there are some things related to those Tawariq as well, that they used to live in the cities. They did not live in villages and in the rural areas. They lived in cities with the sultans, because they wrote their histories. They wrote their histories as why? Because in hope to get the rich rewards. And they advised the rulers also that they should produce over, or they should prosecute their orders which are based on birthright and gender distinction. Now what is birthright? What is birthright? Birthright means when a baby is getting birth in a family, if a man is a king of any dynasty, a king of any territory, and the baby who is getting birth in that family, okay, so that right or he will be the king, he will be the next king, that right which is given to that newborn baby, that is called birthright. Or we can say birthright means claiming right over something on the basis of their birth, claiming the right on something basis on their birth. Okay, so the baby who is getting birth, who is taking birth in that family, then he will be the next king. Then next is gender distinction. Gender distinction, it means, as this is telling that it is gender discrimination. Okay, at that time boys and the girls, they were also discriminated. Like boys were allowed, or they were the heir to the throne of their father or of the king, but the daughters and the females, they were not allowed at that time to become the heir of that throne. Okay, there is an example, I'm telling an example of gender distinction. Gender distinction, or birthright also I can tell. In birthright, I'm telling you about the example of Mughal dynasty. I told you na, then Babur, and then Humayun, Akbar, Jahangir. Like they were getting the birth in the same family and they were becoming the king. So this was birthright. So what is gender distinction? I'm giving one example of this also. Like I told you that Ghulam dynasty came in 1206 to 1287. Now do you know that Razia Sultan, she was the first Muslim female ruler of India. She was first Muslim female ruler of India. Who? Razia Sultan. How? We know very well that at that time gender discrimination or the gender distinctions like these orders were in vogue at that time. So we can see that Razia Sultan, she got the title of Sultan, that's why we call her Razia Sultan. Clear? She was the daughter of Iltutmish. She was the daughter of Iltutmish, and his son, it means the brother of Razia Sultan, he was not that much able or efficient to take care of the empire. Okay, so that's why Iltutmish made his daughter as the Sultan. Okay, as the Sultan. So Razia Sultan was a first Muslim leader, first Muslim female ruler in India. Clear? So Razia Sultan, we know very well that she sit on the throne when on 1236. On 1236. But there is a person, Minhaj-e-Siraj. Minhaj-e-Siraj. He recognized that she is very well, she is able to take care of the empire very well, and she has all the qualities and everything she has. She had at that time to become a sultan. Okay, so we can say Minhaj-e-Siraj knew all of these qualities about Razia Sultan, but still, because of the gender distinction, because of this process of this order which was in vogue at that time, he was also not able, or he was also not getting satisfied about this thought that a girl is getting the empire or the throne, is being the heir of any kingdom. Okay, so at that time other people also, so everyone wanted to remove her from the throne. Because of that, she was removed from the throne in 1240. In 1240. Clear? So this was the example of Razia Sultan. Iltutmish's son, who was not able to take care of the empire, that's why Iltutmish gave his kingdom or the sultanate to Razia Sultan, and he made his daughter as a queen. Okay, but what happened? Everyone could not they could not bear this, and at that time everyone wanted to remove her from this position, because they knew that at that time gender distinction was, this order was in vogue at that time. Okay, so this was about your Delhi Sultanate. I told you about started with whom, 5 dynasties, finding out about the Delhi Sultans, birthright, gender distinction. Last one topic is left, that is in finding out about the Delhi Sultans, and these are manuscripts. These are manuscripts. What are manuscripts? Do you know? So manuscripts are the books or the documents which are written by hand. These are called manuscripts. So first of all, there are 4 stages to prepare or for making manuscripts. First of all, we have to prepare a paper. Then writing the text. And after that, the points that we want to show, that we wanted to highlight, then for that we had to melt the gold to show or to highlight points. And the 4th was preparing the binding, binding karna. Okay, so these were some stages. These were the 4 stages for making manuscripts. Okay, so and one more thing, that at that time of Persian administration, it was Persian administration. So the language of administration was also Persian at that time. So this was about the chapter, and about coins also, 1 point left. Coins. These coins were called Delhiwal, from which we have got to know about Delhi Sultanate or Delhi Sultan. So this was your chapter. Hope this chapter is clear to you all. This is very easy chapter and very interesting. If you want to watch this video again, you can watch, but first of all you have to read the chapter from your book and then go through these videos. Obviously the chapter will be clear to you all. This is a like story. You have to just remember it as a story. You have to just keep it in your mind. Okay, so this was about your chapter. Hope everyone is clear. I'm giving you some questions to note down in your classwork notebook. I want to check that have you paid attention while watching video or not. So first question is, who was the first king? Name the first king who made Delhi as his capital. Who made Delhi his capital? Name the Rajput king who made Delhi his capital. Next question. Write about the main battles which were fought in 12th century, like 1191, 92 and 94. These battles you have to write. It was fought between whom and who was a winner at that time. The next is, you have to write, name the 5 dynasties with the years that made the Delhi Sultanate. Next question is, what is dynasty? What is dynasty? Last question is, name the things by which we get to know about the Delhi Sultanate or the Delhi Sultans. Name the things by which we had come to know about the Delhi Sultans. These are some questions, 4 to 5 questions. You have to write their answers. So take care. See you in the next video. Bye bye.